my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on.
The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
Sebastian Janikowski set to kick off.
The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. James White's first carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And right away he lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A fumble on the play.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not seeing
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the defense has come up with it.
Jackson on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Rice there to make the grab. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
Visitors 7, Patriots nothing. Sebastian Janikowski set to kick off.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On the draw, here's White. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's
and Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. John Randall coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Ryan.
The Patriots send out their punter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, visitors 7, Patriots nothing.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Williams to return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there, and even 40 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
A gain of 11 on the play. Result is a first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down.
2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Good on the fake extra point.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. You see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Throwing again. Jackson. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. John Randall able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Williams. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. One up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 30. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Davian Williams. 66 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
It's nothing.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Running out of the gun with White. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
31-yard
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And a huge play that time. 45 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Janikowski for the field goal try.
For the field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. The open man here, Renfro. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They run it again with Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there. But they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
At their own 38-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Escaping the pressure, and the ball is knocked out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.